Well, greetings everyone. I wish to welcome you to our computer studies program. My name is Mr. Mwaola Joseph. I'll be with you in the Microsoft Office profession, where we'll be talking about the Word, Excel, Publisher, PowerPoint, OneNote, Outlook, and the typing speed. Now, before we talk about these things of Word, Excel, before we talk about these things, say Microsoft Word, before we talk about Word, Excel, the Publisher, the rest of the PowerPoint, the OneNote, the Outlook. Before we talk about these things and also the typing speed, before we talk about these things, we should know at least something about the parts of the computer, because every person who has trained a computer must have an idea on how or the parts of the computer. What are the parts of the computer that a person must know before a person starts to work with the computers? Okay, fine, thank you. So you must have that an understanding. So what we are going to do is we are going to learn first of all about the parts of computers. So School of I.C.T. Introduction to Computers. We are going to look at the parts of the computer. After we look about the parts of the computer, how to connect and how also to do everything, then we will start to move one by one. But what you should know is the notes, we provide them for free. So when you connect with us, we are going to give you the PDF box where you'll be referring to the notes. So that's what we do. We have PDF everything when you connect with us, either online or you come to our class. Fine. So the parts of the computer are the things that we are going to start with. The first thing before we talk about the parts of the computer, the room where you are doing IT, the room must be very, very neat. The room must be neat, no dust. At least it's looking like that, because a computer, it's delicate to dust. So if you have a computer, you must be in a room which is very, very clean and neat. And also where you are putting your computers, it must be clean also, okay? So we are going to look at the parts of the computers and the things which are there that we are going to talk about today. Then other things, also other names about the things that we are going to talk about, you see them in PDF and also on the pictures that we are going to give you as you join us. So be with me in this program. Thank you so much. Well, as we are talking about the computer, so that is the whole set of a computer the way it is. Different types of people, they say maybe this is the computer or maybe this is the computer, and also according to information that they have to say, you find that some people, they also call this thing to say it is a CPU. This thing is not a CPU. Okay, and this thing is not what we are calling just say this is the only part for a computer. A computer is these components that you are able to see at this part. So all these things that you are seeing at this part, it is the whole set of the computer. So this, we call it the box where the CPU is there inside, where the motherboard is, of which these things you are going to see them in PDF, and also we have displayed pictures of the parts of the computer. So this is not the one we call a computer. This is the box that contains inside what we call the motherboard. Okay, fine. So this, we call it a monitor or a screen. So as you can see, this is a monitor and they also call it a screen. Then this, we call them speakers. They are peripherals. things that we connect to the computer so that we may hear the sound. Okay, so we have also different types of cables, as you see, and also you can see here there is a keyboard and also there is the mouse. So this is the set of a computer. So I'll begin showing you the cables, the names of the cables, and then also the other things. So as we are going with this introduction on the parts of the computer, just follow me on these things and we are going to learn more. Well, fine. I'll just begin with the simple cables that we have. Simple cables. So if you see a cable like this one, this cable we call it the USB cable. This cable we call it the USB cable. So this cable is called USB cable. There is this one which looks a short one like this. The definitions for USB, you're going to find them on the notes. Don't worry, I'm just giving the parts. Also, this one is also called the USB cable, the one which is quite longer. Sometimes this USB cable, there are some USB cable which are used to connect to the computer, and those cables we call them data cables because they are able to connect to the computer. Maybe you may use internet using your computer. You are going to connect this cable to your computer. So this cable we call it USB cable. Okay, another cable. So there is a difference. For you to know that it's a USB cable, you see the way it is looking there and also the way it is being seen there. So this is what we call the USB cable. Okay, fine. Then also, another cable that I want to show you, this is also a USB cable, but there is a difference between that cable I showed, this one, and this one. There is a difference with this. So this is what we call type C. And this is also USB cable, so this one's a USB cable. So these are called USB cables. Okay, fine. Now, also, another part and component that you should know is this. I hope you know this. This is a connecting cable. Connecting cable sometimes or commonly used to say adapter. They also call it USB charger. They have even written here to say USB charger. So it is called the connecting cable. You can even see this is it where we put on the socket. So this is the plug. So this is it, the connecting cable. Here we can put different cables of the computer on these parts. Okay, fine. Well, let me show you another thing. Okay, so this again, it is a one cable long one. It seems like this. There is a cable that we don't have. We call it HDMI. HDMI. Now this cable, we call it the VGA cable. It is the cable which takes something from the CPU to be shown on the monitor. So this is a VGA cable. So VGA cable, as I showed you on the monitor, and also the box that has the CPU and the motherboard inside, this we connect from the computer box, which contains the motherboard and the CPU, and to the screen or the monitor, so that we can see now the things that have been processed from the computer, the CPU inside the box, and then to be seen on the monitor. So this, we call it the VGA cable. Don't worry about the definition of this VGA USB. You'll find them on the notes that we are going to give you. So this is the VGA cable. Okay, let me show you also another part or component of the computer. Another part or the cables. If you see this cable, I have this cable. This cable, we call it the power cable. Every time you see this cable, with these pouches like this, as you are able to see them, these are called the power cable. So this is the power cable, whereby you have the connecting cable. So the connecting cable, you put it on the plug. Then the power cable, you are going to put it on the connecting this. So you connect this. So it means it will light now your computer. So this, we call it the power cable. Fine. Then let me show you also this part. Okay. Therefore, this, you see, it has the USB cable. This cable is called also USB. How are you going to know that this is a USB cable? A USB cable, it looks like this, similar to the cables that I showed. So the USB cable, they look just the same, you see. These are cables from computer, these are for compute, or of the phones rather. Also this is the USB cable. Now, the difference is, this is a mouse. Why do we call this as a mouse? Because it looks like the mouse in a house, and this is like a tail, okay? So this, we call it a mouse. Fine. So this is a mouse, okay? Well, once again, now we come to the computer keyboard. This is a computer keyboard. So the keyboard of the computer looks like this. So we have all different types of buttons here. We are going to learn this, because this part also you must know as someone who is learning about computer. You have to know, okay, if I click this, if I click these keys, if I do this and that, this, it is giving me this, okay? So we are going to understand and know the way it is with this thing, okay? So we are going to understand these things there, okay? Thank you so much. Continue following me. Let me also show you the other part, the computer. Okay. I also showed you these are speakers, okay? These are speakers. Okay, so speakers also, they have this cables, which is the USB also, and the pin. So this is for speakers, okay? Fine. Now, let us look on the pouches of the computer, where these, they enter. So these are the things that we are going now to look at on the computer itself, the monitor, and also the box and the pouches that are there, where all these things are, where the keyboard, the mouse, the other cables, power cables, and where they must be connected to. So first of all, we are going to look at the pouches. Then I'm going to show you how to connect the computer. Be with me. Well, so as I am saying, as you can see, this is the socket, where now we will start to put things, okay? So this is the socket. So you can put here the connecting cable. Also, you can put here the connecting cable. So this is the socket where we are going to be putting these connecting cables. Okay, fine. Well, now let us connect the connecting cable. So let us connect now the connecting cable, the plug. So here you connect it like this while it is off. Then you must switch it on. Once you switch it on, it shows the light that now it is on. Okay. Now let us also do the connection of the power cable. Okay. So how can you now connect your power cable? So you have your power cable here. Then you have now to connect your power cable there like that. Okay, so the power cable is connected now. Now let us see the pouches of the computer, so that we know where now you can put all the connections. Okay, fine. Let's see now that. Fine. So now let us look at the pouches, the way they look like. So the pouches, this is the way the pouches look like. So if you studying the computer, you must know the porches, because when you are connecting, you have to be sure to say, okay, so these are the way the porches look like. Okay, so if these are the porches, then what am I going now to connect on that? Okay, what are you going to connect on that? First thing, this button that you are able to see here, we call it a switch button, whereby after connecting the power cable, you connect them as I am going to show you. This is the switching button. Then these two lights, they show. Okay, they light green. If they light red, it means there is something in danger which is happening. So this is the USB port in front. So this is in front, and this is the CD or DVD ROM here. Okay, we open and also we close. Then this part, it is a speaker for the computer itself, but it is very important you connect with these speakers, because these speakers might be destroyed in the going forth of time because of some music that we are playing or the videos. Maybe they may have high volume, but if you connect these speakers, it will help you to save this speaker. Okay, now on the porches, if we are able to see clearly, this porch which is here, we put a mic, the headsets. There is even a symbol for headsets there. Also, this porch that you are seeing here, we can put the microphone. Maybe you want to record something or you want to be saying something, so we put it there. Okay, fine. So these are the front porches and the switching keys. Fine. Let us see now the back of this CPU box. The back of the CPU box looks like this. Okay, fine. So this is the back now of the CPU box. If you see here, there is a fan which may use to cool the panel inside. So this part is for the fan. Now this part is where we put the power cable. That's where we put the power cable. Then if we have also something like for photocopier machine, for internet connections, and also where we can put the router and others, those who are doing now the internet connections, we have these porches here. We have also these porches. We put them, these porches mostly we connect with the photocopier. You see, you can put it for photocopier there. You put also. So these porches again, these are the porches like give the USB cables for speakers. You see, this is USB cable. This is just a pin. So this pin, you are going to put it here. So as you are connecting, you must see which pin am I putting it there, because you can't take this cable and you try to put it here where you are supposed to put the VGA. No, you can't put where the VGA. So this part is for VGA cable. So this part also is to put the other thing. Then also, these are the parts of USB. Then here is where we connect the router. Here, connect the router there. So this USB cable, you have to look to it. Once you look into it, then you say, okay, this one fits here. So this port is the port where we put the USB cable. So all USB cables, you are going to connect them where they must be connected. Even this one, you connect it. You have to see, because this thing that you are seeing there inside, there is white part here, and then this side. Even there on the porches there are these things. So you can't just connect them or just it's because it's to connect. No. If you can see very much clearly there is two things there. There is this black thing there, seen inside. So when you are connecting, you have to be very, very much careful and attentive, because you can destroy something. Okay, so there you connect all the USB cables like that. You are connecting them. Okay. Also, you take now the mouse. These things, we connect them at the back, not in front. In front, you have to put it there, the flash disk. So you connect also this one for mouse, connect it like that. Okay, then you take for keyboard. Again, it is also a USB. Also, you connect it like that. Okay. and you connect it like that. Okay, good. You connect. Now, you have also to take this cable. You remember this cable? It is called the VGA cable. So this cable, you are going to connect it here, and also you are going to connect it to the monitor. Okay? To the monitor there. So now, even this monitor has two great porches. First of all, before we connect. So the monitor has two great porches. Okay? Two great porches. You see the porch here? The porch, this porch, which is here. So this porch, you can even find it even there. It is there, here. Able to see a blue one there? Yes, a blue one there. This is the cable where you're going to put your VGA there, and then to the monitor, it will come and connect it there, okay? Then again, you see this power cable, which is here for power. So this is for powering this to make it on from the adapting cable. Then to the monitor, it comes here. It comes here. Sorry. It's just kind of big, but they look similar. You see it here. Okay. You see? Okay. So that is it where we put these things. So now let us connect. Now, VGA cable. So VGA cable, if you look into it, it has these things like screws where we screw them. So once you connect, we have to screw them. Even here when you are connecting it, there are even screws on top and down. Okay. So you have to look to it the way it is, even the shape of this, so that now you can connect it well. You do that. Okay. Fine. So now you start screwing like that. Like that. Okay, fine. Okay, then you make sure, you have to make sure it is tight. Okay. You have to make sure it is tight. Okay, fine. Good. Now let us see the way now this other part, we are going now to connect it to the monitor. Okay. I have now to connect this to the monitor. Okay, so the monitor, as I showed you, you have to look the way it is looking, and also this one the way it is being seen. Then you connect it like that. You put it there. Okay, able to see? Okay, once you put it there, then you have to screw this so that it touches it strong. Okay. So this is the way it is. Okay, fine. Even this one, yes, you have to screw it, you tie it well. Okay, you tie it well. Also, I'm going to show you the connection of a laptop. This is a desktop computer. The connections for a desktop computer. Okay, fine. So, put it like that. Then you put it there. Okay, fine. Now, let us see how you must now connect these power cables. Okay, fine. Okay. So now, you take now your power cable. You have to see the way it is being seen. You see 3 porches there. Even there 3 porches. Then there 3. You see. So you have to put accordingly. Okay. Okay, good. So you put there. This is a power cable for CPU box. You put it like that for CPU box. Then again, you come now to the monitor. Monitor also has another port for powering. It is down here. So you have to look the port the way it is being seen. Then you look into this. You say, okay, this is the way I'm going to. Okay, good. So now it means you have connected these things the way they must be. Okay. So this, it means you have connected your computer. Okay. So this is the connection which is there. For the computer, it means now it is connected, okay, on my table there. So you connect now the computer. Now you have to switch it on, okay. Now you put everything there and all things there. Now, if you look at this monitor, it has this is it, the switching button. Then this are the buttons where you can reduce the lights and all these things. You use it that, okay? So if you click there on the power button, you see there's a button that and it is on now. Okay, fine. So now let us see for the CPU box. Okay, for the CPU box also you have to switch it on here. You click there. You see the lights that I've shown there. So even there now it responds. The monitor now responds there. So what has made this monitor to respond? It is the VGA cable that we connected, the blue cable that we connected between them. That is what has made now this monitor to receive. If you look at it, it is asking for the password, my password of the computer. I'll also show you when we will start now talking about the inside part of the computer, okay? Let me open it. Let me open my password, okay? Okay, so there you have now to put your password. To put your password, you use a keyboard, okay? With your keyboard, your password, start to write. Then on the keyboard we click on enter so that now it is going to open. So now it is opening now. Okay. Okay. So now it's on now. You are able now to start using your computer. So this is the parts of the computer and how to connect and also to switch the computer on. Now follow me for the next lesson. Bye-bye. Remember, you was with Mr. Maula Joseph. Okay, bye. Thank you.